All right, so here's something. So I'm uploading that video I just did, 38-minute video, 39 minutes, and all Pete calls, Pete from Michelle Whitedove land, and I'm like, we're talking theta and all this other stuff, and he's so excited, because the numbers are so high. He's invested good, and he believed in Michelle because Whitedove because she's been reading him for years. And again, when he first called me that very first time about helping him with something, I'm like, yeah, I'll help you. He paid me, and I helped him buy some coins or something. And then later on, Whitedove like panic. Pete, call me. There's a coin. A spirit came through. It's called Theta. What is it? He goes, I don't know. You heard the story. So anyway, so he just called me. He's like, man, I just had to thank you like for all this stuff, like all the stuff you did for me in the beginning, because we kind of have this relationship where I can find, I can trust you because I sent you money to get me stuff and help me with stuff, and early on you did it, and which I don't do that, by the way. Don't asking me, Joe, can you buy this for me? No, but I did in 2017 a couple times, and he was one of the people I helped. I just felt like I should help that guy in particular with that exchange. So turns out he knows Whitedove. Next thing I know, it's one hand washes the other. Oh, there he is now. Hang on a second. Alright, so he's calling me back. Holy shit, it just hit 1330. We just hung up and I figured we're talking about it. Hit 1330, man. Holy shit. I know, man. This is crazy. And I told him, so I had another dream asking about Theta. I posted this on Patreon. And I was at a fuel station. And I'm just going to tell you, they showed me all these prices in a certain number. And I told people on Patreon, hey, I just got this. I'm like, is that where Theta's going to drop? And a few people were like, Joe, T fuel? You're at a fuel station? I go, I don't know. But the prices I saw on that gas pump, if T fuel goes to that price, it's going to be shocking. And you thought right now 50 cents was high. And yes, I know I sold mine at 15. Again, I'm not upset about that. I made a great profit, but yeah. Oh my gosh, if I would have waited to... We always do that, right? When they go up. Having said that, talking to him, he goes, and I'm not going to release numbers, but he goes, oh, she said it's going to hit this fairly quickly, but then, like, don't touch your Theta. T-Fuel. It's going to blow past that to levels of... You won't even believe it, how high T-Fuel is going to go. Like stupid. So that was from what Whitedove's saying. So for all intents and purposes, for Theta right now, you might just want to sit tight, T-Fuel, sit tight on everything. Until, again, unless your numbers get hit. But she recently gave on her Patreon a number, and I'm going to tell it to you now because it's already happened, but she gave another number that's much higher that she saw coming. The number she saw was $12. And she posted that not too long ago. And here we are. It just hit 13. The next number is a lot better. Not a little better. A lot better. And it's on her Patreon. And as I was talking to Pete, not this second ago, but right before that, he said, Whitedove really did a hell of a job calling this one. I'm like, absolutely, you don't got to tell me. Believe me. He goes, would it be too much to ask some of these, you do these videos, you got a lot of followers, to have, maybe promote Michelle's Patreon? And he's like, I know you have your own Patreon, that's your business. I'm like, yeah, but I don't care. And, if I lost people and they went over to her, because it always comes back tenfold in my life. So that happened when I initially brought her on to Patreon. Like, she did it, and I go, oh, hey, everybody, like, go join her. And then I lost, like, 200 something people. And at the time, that was a lot for me. Like, oh my God, that was a huge hit. And I'm like, oh yeah, I just shot myself in the foot. But I'm like, no, it still feels right. It's still right. And now my Patreon's doing phenomenal. So I'm here to ask you, out of pure respect for that most epic call, listen, Woo Dude was giving us great calls on different coins. you know, I said, you know what? We need to help this guy get his house paid off. He doesn't know that much. This guy's not just for crypto stuff, but this guy is a great spiritual teacher. You know, like, let's do a favor. I had people asking me, let's do it, let's do it. I'm like, all right, it's time to do it. So we did, and took care of him. And great for him. He's got his house paid off, his truck's paid off. This is phenomenal. This is fantastic. Whitedove could use some more Patreon subscribers. And I'm going to put a link up in the description box in the comment section of this video to her Patreon. All I'm saying is, if you took any advice ever out of all this time and it came from Whitedove, or through me from Whitedove, however you want to look at it, okay? Out of just pure respect of, holy shit, that was one of the most epic calls we've seen. Thanks to her. And Pete calling me and the whole shit that happened. That shit was destined. That was destiny. Like, it was supposed to happen. I'm just asking you, could you go join her Patreon for a while? Not to mention, she's talking crypto all the time and some of the prices she sees. And a lot of times she doesn't have time frames, like most of us don't have time frames. But looking at Theta now, does it matter? Sometimes she does, and sometimes those time frames are on the money. So, all I'm saying, you know, or I'm asking, if you're a Theta person, and I'm not telling you how long you need to subscribe, you know, that's between you and what you feel is right. But for God's sakes, man, I do think we should throw her a bone. I was talking with Pete about it, and like, yeah. And, you know, so I do think it's a good idea that I'm already a member. I've been a member since day one. I think on her higher tier, if I recall. But she has like a super, I don't know if she's a super high tier. Let me look it up. She had a few different tiers. Patreon.com/Michelle Whitedove, I think, is the actual link. Yes. She has tiers. Hang on, let me pause for a second. Okay, so I'm on her page. She had one that was $44. And it sold out. Crypto coin reading, where you can help ask like for coins. She'll read them like if enough people want them or whatever. Sold out. She has a spiritual and global prediction. That's sold out. I'll share the screen. And then Crypto Insights for $14.99 sold out. And then $19.97 Crypto Insights. This one's not sold out. So it says right here, join this tier. You could join that tier. This one again sold out. So this would be the one. And then there's also this one. Hey, you just want to say thanks. You know, you can click this. I have one like that. That's $5. I think. Because every now and then people are like, I just want to throw you a bone. I'm like, all right, I'll put up a $5 Patreon thing. I did that a long time ago. So yeah, I'll put this link up, and then this membership page right to her site. Again, out of a thank you. Like, you guys came through so easily with Woo Woo Dude. And a lot of stuff he was given for not just crypto stuff. I know a lot of people really love this guy. He's like a real leader, like a spiritual leader. This guy's really nice. So it came from your heart, two different paths, whether it was crypto or just you enjoy seeing and hearing him on YouTube and the words and advice he gives about stuff, you know, whatever. Whitedove, it doesn't matter. Same thing. Whatever reason you have for her. But I'm just saying here today, because of this incredible Theta thing, if you're not a member of her Patreon, could you join for a little while? Maybe a long while? It's up to you. Let's just round up and say it's $20 a month. And some of you turn into millionaires, half a millionaires, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands. You know, could you just throw her a bone? And I'm going to tell you a story that she told me. And it kind of plays a role here, okay? Because this is how I look at things. It was about treasure hunting, and she was telling me this story about this guy years ago that used her. He brought in some nautical maps, and it's like, can you help me find some treasure? Here's some wreck sites, and I got a bunch of them. Which one should I go to? She circles one, that one. He goes, oh no, I've already been there. I've picked that one over. She goes, oh no, you didn't. Go back. He goes, oh really? She goes, oh yeah, go back. So he goes back and finds, honestly, a boatload deeper down. I guess he blew it out with those little air things, you know, blew out bigger area, and there was a crap ton of literally treasure, Spanish treasure, because it's off a wreck off of the coast of Florida. He comes back again because now he feels he cleaned that one out. Now can she look at the map again and pick any of the other ones because he wants to go check those. So when he comes back, he tells her, or she asks, you know, well, what about the other side? Did you go there? He goes, oh yeah. She goes, did you find stuff? Oh my God, yeah, I found a lot. And she's like, you didn't even bring me a coin? Like, can't even get a coin out of this deal? And he's like, well, I paid you your fee. You know, he's getting all upset about it. And then he just stormed off and left. So here's the deal. Yeah, he paid the fee. She's not cheap, but so what? A lot of psychics who are good aren't cheap. They're not. She helped him find millions and millions of dollars extra. But he paid her the $500. And he thought, well, I paid you your service. F that, I'm not giving you any of this. So, see you later. You're not going to know about the other sites. Bye-bye. So he left. And he's the one that really stormed off. And all she was like, God, you didn't even like bring me a coin? Like, I can't even get like a 1 coin out of that deal? Like, you know, I'd like an old Spanish treasure coin, you know, an 8 real or something, you know. So I heard that and I go, are you kidding me? I'd be bringing you a bag. A bag of loot. If that was me. And I paid your damn fee. You know what I mean? And you know what she probably would have said after that? I'm never charging you again. Thanks for the loot. Yeah, well, thank you for helping me find it. By the way, can you look at this map now? Matter of fact, can you put me in front of the list of people that are waiting months to see you? Or do the phone calls? Since, you know, you helped me find treasure and I'm going to hook you up again. You know, yeah, no problem. Come on back. You know? I just couldn't believe it. Like, so, yeah, you paid, but you just found a freaking fortune, man. So all I'm saying is, same thing. She just made us fortunes by uttering those words that day. And me going on YouTube, taking the stones that are thrown. Oh, psychic, smikic. Yeah, how's that working out for you morons that used to pick on me about the psychic stuff? Just hit $13. And again, she's calling for a higher number. That, I'll be honest, when I sold my amount at 10, I go, I don't even need to sell all of it. I'm just sending that little bit. Because something's telling me, hold on. For that final little bit of sell you're about to do. Because I think that number she gave is coming way sooner than later. And if we hit that number, and then this April pullback thing I'm thinking might happens, great. Because I will be selling the rest of that bag I pulled out of my HODL bag. That I did sell some at 10 or $9.93. So anyways, I'm just saying, what do you think's the right thing to do in this case? If anything she's ever said, whether it was through me or not, doesn't matter, got to you and helped you make some damn money, you think you could join her Patreon for a little while? Or a long while? That is it. Take care.